everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report in Los Angeles, and I'm so thrilled to welcome Dustin Gaspard from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Dustin, how are you doing today?
I'm much better now. Thanks for nailing the name. That was really awesome. The other LA to you, so that's great.
Well, thank you, Dustin. You started off playing your harmonica on your blind audition of Sam Cooke's Bring It On Home to Me, which earned you a 4-chair turn. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Reba, Snoop, and Niall quickly turned their chairs for you. Then Michael joined in just as you were finishing your performance. How did what transpired compare to what you might have envisioned?
Oh, well, I only envisioned getting an audition where I would sing in French. Everything else that came after that was completely unfathomable. So when I started singing in French, I saw this big light in the sky. I thought it was my grandparents speaking back to me, and I mean this genuinely. And I started to tear up. And when I opened my eyes again, I realized that the light that I'd seen was actually the chairs turning. So it was, whoa, such an unbelievable thing.
Wow. Well, with all of the coaches really wanting you, and you said it felt like a dream, Reba said you were unusual and refreshing. Michael said you crushed it. Snoop started singing. And then Niall said that you had one of the best auditions he's ever heard. Still, it must have been a tough decision. How did you make it?
I felt such a connection with Niall. What he was explaining to me, and some of this kind of wasn't shown, but he originally just his eyes were so blown away. And I mean, everybody knows about Niall Horan's eyes. Come on, And I think he gazed me into my spirit and called me towards him. But he was so enthusiastic and so genuine. And I think that Cajun people, my people in Louisiana, and Irish people have so many similarities. So it offered a way for me to look forward to the future and collaboration with my coach, Niall.
Well, speaking of that, what are you most looking forward to learning from him and from your experience in the competition?
From Niall, I look forward to learning the ropes of the industry because, he got started on a TV series kind of similarly, where it was a judged competition and things that they had to work out. Navigating that would be such help to this whole journey. And I'm really looking forward to becoming a better singer. I've never considered myself a musician by any means. I mean, I make racket with a guitar, I blow a harmonica, and sometimes those things sound decent enough for people to enjoy. But I do think I've been singing for long enough to hopefully polish up some of the rough edges that I have there.
Think you're being incredibly modest. I do really want to hear more about your musical background and influences.
Oh man, Louisiana and all of the traditional Cajun music and blues and soul music from down here. My grandfather had an enormous collection of old records that he would spin every Sunday. As soon as we got home from church, he would be cooking and he'd put records on, and it would just be old 50s and 60s vintage soul blues or traditional Cajun tunes. And that was my upbringing, listening to that stuff. And I felt such reverence for it that I had never even tried to write music or perform music like that for years and years. That's actually been a recent discovery, an avenue that I feel so much conviction with. And luckily I got to do the probably most iconic song from that era and perform that on the show. This was full circle.
Well, I cannot wait for your next performance. And I want to thank you so much for taking time out to be with me on Hillary's Happy Hour, and close it out with a toast to you and your continued success on The Voice.
I have something special right here.
I can't wait.
This is my grandfather's whiskey. Like, we pull this out once a year. And since it was him that got me on the show and I did the song for him, I'm going to pour a little sip of this and cheers with you if you don't mind.
I love it. Can you pour me some too, long
Yeah, here you
distance?
go. Here you go. Watch out. It's pretty strong. This stuff kicks. It's the Louisiana version. So cheers to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Woo, that's a way to start a day.